Welcome back to Thea II, our Svarog attempt. It's our first playthrough, and we just unlocked some dryad wood and set up a camp. So we're just going to chill out here for a bit. Probably save up a few, I don't know, maybe 24 days worth of food this time. A single wolf. Shouldn't be too hard, I hope. They do get to place first, and they're actually surprisingly fast. So, let's... I feel like I have to re-choose these favorites all the time. Maybe between playthroughs I'll, Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. I put myself in the front row. That was a bad idea. Yikes. Maybe between videos I'll see if there's a permanent way to choose these things. Man, even that second one is really fast. So let's play a Babalugu down. Let's play a Scorpion Core down. Just beat up this wolf real bad. Play another copy of myself since I'm so fast. Oops. Okay, so the question is, if we delay them by 1, that's not going to do much. But if we speed me up by 2, that does a lot more. We don't quite get fast enough to stop these wolves from hurting me. Yowza. Good thing we're stopped and resting for a while. Because ouch. Now notice we also got some furred leather, so we can go into camp and we can set up that gathering tool with the double furred leather now. Since we do have 2 gatherers, I'm going to do the percentage bonus over the fixed bonus. So she gathers at 34. I bet we could switch her out with one of our better crafters. Like, she's a pretty good crafter. Yeah, a very, very good crafter. And we'll still gather every single turn, basically. Oops. And we'll assign you to craft. We're definitely going to be here for 5 turns. I'm not worried about it. Scorpion Core is our craftsperson. I don't think Scorpion Core needs strength. Doesn't really seem to do anything for crafting. But here's Luck, Rituals, Crafting, Gathering. Or Research, Crafting, and Sanity. So we'll give Scorpion Core Wisdom. This dryad wood would be pretty good in the long run. I'm glad we found this. Like I said, I want to have about 24 days worth of food. Finish crafting that gathering tool. Ooh, gotta fight some more bees. Definitely not putting myself in the front row this time. I don't get why it makes us re-choose these all the time. Anyhow, Jaromira, you can go down first. Oh, nice. They put Jaromira front and center. Love it. Play myself. And I guess we'll play him as well. Okay. Now we can play Babalugu. And we'll play Scorpion Core. And next turn we'll put the spider in. Oh, we get 2 actions. That's awesome. So I was thinking I wanted to do one more thing. So I'm going to move myself up, or buff myself. Well, we still don't quite... I was hoping to get up to 16 damage. But since we did that and found out I don't get 16, we can put the spider here. And the spider can help me out killing these bugs. Okay. So you have 2 copies of these bugs and 1 of an independent bug. Right, 1 of these bugs is going to get to attack first. But now 3 of our characters get to go after them. So whose attack is this? It's yours. So you deal 7 damage. And then Jaromira gets to go and just pummel them. So let's deal 7 damage to the center one. Jaromira should kill that one. Then maybe the splash damage will kill the other one. Boom. Perfect. Minor wounds. More blood bone. Okay, got that gathering tool finished. So now we can go back into equipment. So you had the first, no, you had the first one. This bonus is a little better, so we'll give you that one. You're our other gatherer. We'll give you this one. Then Jaromira can have this one to make her a better help with the gathering. As far as gathering goes, we can put her back on gathering, or we can leave her crafting. I would like 1 more gathering tool for her when she's not crafting, but I don't know if we have really enough resource for it. This one's good. It's not quite as good as the fur leather one, so we'll probably hold off from doing that one. Don't have enough of anything for that. Doesn't have to be an amazing one. So if we do this, we're going to get a boost of 1.8, which is not great. 1.7 is even worse. So I guess we'll just do this. I also don't really know if we get any research anymore. Because in the first game we got research when we built things. I don't know if that still happens. Oh, you know, we should make sure that, I'm pretty sure I set it up so that they can't burn new fuel. Okay, I did not. Use raw food, yes. Use cooked food. Allow use of new food. Allow use of new fuel, no. Definitely don't want to burn high-quality dryad wood over other woods. Okay. So we're basically where I want to be. We'll wait 1 more turn, because why not? All those things were basically ready to gather again. Okay. We're going to wait until night's over so we can see better what we're doing. Because basically, you know, we start off needing a couple turns to grab anything, but now we don't, so it was worth staying to keep gathering. Ooh, an old abandoned mine. One of the shafts seems to lead deep inside and is still intact. Search. The mine's resources look depleted, but not entirely gone. It looks like you can recover some, gather some. We mine some, and as you dig, you see a light approach. It looks like a short, chubby old man with a gray beard, gold hair, and unnaturally large white eyes. He stares at you. I'm guessing it's a dwarf. What might he be? You think this might be a Skarbnik, or treasure demon. Very possessive, but also keen on flattery. If you outsmart him, he may reward you handsomely, but if you fail, he will likely take nasty revenge. Let's speak praise. Okay, pretty standard toughness here. It was a level 2, I think. Just double check what people can do, since my favorites don't stay from time to time. Okay. I'm going to start with myself. And then... Wow, she's up to 66 hit points. That's craziness. Okay. So we both go, and we're going to deal 30-some damage to this. So that's gone. Play another copy of myself. And another copy of her. No, we'll play a copy of Scorpion Core. Scorpion Core also deals great damage. You can't use your spider in this challenge. Now if I hold off, move myself up, this other copy of me is just going to attack straight across, so we're not really going to be able to avoid that. I can end the turn, though, and play a second copy of her over here. That way we can get some good damage in on that eyeglass. It's going to get to attack twice, though. 2 damage left. Overkill. Leaving it with 1 hit point, and then our final attack, and we take it out. We have praised the demon. Don't tell anybody at church about that. Ah, yes, I am fabulous, obviously, and yes, you are so unfortunate not to be me. Oh dear, I do feel bad for you. Here, a present to cheer you up. Now go, I must polish my gold and shine my gems. Got some topaz. Still a 0.9 essence, so lower tier item. But everyone got a permanent wisdom bonus, so nothing wrong with that. And Unimir is now more attractive, so that's fun. A building seems to have appeared close to your location. Perhaps it's worth looking into. The Smith's Legacy. Now that might be our dwarf friend. Oh, it's like literally on top of us. Okay, we've leveled up our new gatherer. She can get brute force up to level 2, which is good in every challenge. Or we can pump her gathering, which I'd much rather do that. Oh, it's not where we are. It's where we were. You come across an impressive stone-built smithy standing proudly in the middle of nowhere. You'd swear you passed by here before and did not spot it. Outside stands a young, shaven dwarf. Inside you see the older, bulkier fellow hammering away at an anvil. You also spot a large pile of rocks by the entrance. If you watched my first playthrough, or my second playthrough of the first Thea, we found a dwarf with a magical hiding smithy. So I believe this is him. That pile of rocks is most certainly a giant rock troll, or rock golem. So we'll go talk to them. Oh, visitors, splendid. I'm Bodhan, a master smith. Say, you haven't seen a couple of wee girls hiding somewhere, or maybe doing some mischief. So we helped him date a water demon in the first game. No, we can't say we've seen them. Ah, well, how would you feel about getting hired to find them? Eh? Why? Well, you see, my daughter, she asked me to babysit, and well, I'm not as young as I look. I had me a wee nap. I wake up, and puff, the little rascals are gone. And Chael here was no help either. He gives a dirty look towards the pile of rocks. Chael? Shh, not too loud. She's old and cranky. She's a rock troll, my best friend for a good few centuries now, but useless at babysitting, it seems. So you're looking for dwarven girls? Not strictly, no. They're more Rusulkas. Although I always say Anya has my chin. She does. And Eva has the strong arm any smith should have. In any case, they be 2 human-looking lasses, but I betcha they went to the caves, the misty swamp, or that blighted lake over there. Isn't he gonna look? He shows you his legs, and they're pretty much turned to stone. Like I said, I'm not as sprightly as I look. Me and my wifey, We met back in the Awakening days, long, long ago. Now, I am slowly turning back to the stone I was carved from. Nature. But I really need my grandbaby safe. I will reward you well. Okay, we'll look for them. So, turns out he ended up marrying the Risoko that we got to date him, and now he's had grandkids. So, good for him. So here's one spot, here's another. So I suppose we're going to head over here. Although we are out of movement for the turn. So let's set up a camp. Let's grab this out of the ground. It's going to take a few turns, but we can get some food on the weight. And maybe we can make some food now that we have fish. Yep. So we have fish meat and we have herbs. We're going to do that infinity. And then maybe you can do some research for us, since we're going to be here a few turns. 6 turns for that. That's not great. We really don't need both of these people in here. Every 2 turns, she can cook that. And she can help out with this, so it's only 4 turns. Alright, so in 4 turns, we'll get an artifact, and we'll get...
Ever since that odd dream, or even before that, you had a sense of the world being wrong. It is a fleeting feeling, a butterfly that flutters in your gut every now and again. You ignored it before, but now its intensity makes you fall to your knees. And as you look around, searching for a reason, a black crow lands on a branch and stares at you intensely.
The crow reeks of darkness. Attack it. Actually, I think crows in most mythology are bearers of an omen, so we probably won't attack it. Do nothing. It is merely a crow, either a beast of nature or a harbinger of mystery, but still, only a crow. Leave it be, but observe. That's probably what we'll do. Reach out to the creature to show that you are no danger to it and wish to communicate. Perhaps it requires aid, or is a servant of magic and will share knowledge. Okay, we'll do that one.
The crow speaks as it soars above you. Was it ever on the branch? Your actions are sound, but is it the path your domain would demand? Or did you choose on a moment's whim without considering your true path? There is much for you to learn, Chosen.
We've lost max sanity? That kind of sucks. Ask the crow what it wants from you. Why does it speak of your divine duties?
I am no one of importance, at least not to you, but I do have a question for you. Why are you needed? Why don't your gods send armies of Chosen to solve this world-shattering problem? And do you think you have reached your true potential yet, Chosen One?
Say that you do not question the will of the gods. Surely they have their reasons. Say that you walk your own path and care little for what gods thinks. Admit the question has crossed your mind and ask if it has answers. Okay, let's go with number 3 here. I like asking beings of wisdom to share, rather than saying I'm not going to question the gods.
An inquisitive mind is the brightest, yes. I do, but I will not share them with you. I am merely here to point you in the right direction. If you wish to unlock your true potential, you must find out why the gods remain weak. Follow your divine path and search for the truth.
Light guides your journey. Turmoil is all well and good, but light, I think, is the true domain of Svarog. So that got us a research point and a level up. So I can get gathering, increase my gathering by 3, or we can increase my flying daggers to deal even more damage. I already have a gathering of 7.8, so while I'd like more gathering, my flying daggers, the double toss, is basically the only skill I use with my character. So powering it up, even by 0.1, is probably going to be more beneficial in the long run.
As you recover from yet another nasty tremor and look around in the debris for useful resources, you spot an odd-looking man sitting behind a table, surrounded by all sorts of strange contraptions, scrolls, files, and tools.
Let's talk to him.
You approach the man And he looks up at you, puzzled, then looks around for a bit and mumbles, "Damn mercs, one tremor and they've run off. What? I mean, how can I help you?"
Ask what he's doing here in the aftermath of a tremor with all this equipment.
Oh, well, I'm measuring the tremors, the strength, how long they last, the frequency with which they occur, trying to pinpoint the epicenter, you see.
Why?
Like finding patient zero, I suppose. That is, a person who fell ill first, or in this case, a place perhaps. That is the thing that began the disaster, be it disease, curse, act of the gods. They all tend to have a beginning. Like the burning of the cosmic tree that brought about the darkness centuries ago, yes?
So he's referencing that humans destroyed the tree that we found out in the first game. The tree that kind of protects all magic and keeps the world functioning properly. So we can have him reiterate this, or we can ask if he's found patient zero.
I'm close, but I need to take measurements from within a cave, and it seems occupied by bandits. A large cohort, uninterested in the fate of the world, you see.
Ask if he knows how to get in.
Well, the way I see it, there are a few ways to deal with it. One, try to parley with a lot. An awful idea if you ask me, but who knows? Second's obvious, but not my cup of tea. Brute force. And then there's always other ways. Like I heard the scavengers who live nearby hate the bandits. The feud amongst rabble, hey? Perhaps use that.
So you need to get rid of the bandits from the cave or convince them to let him set up camp.
Yes, your grasp of the finer details is impressive. I should also say I tried asking them. Got myself robbed, beaten, and barely escaped with my life. Just so you know the sort you're dealing with, if you choose to help, that is.
So we can help him. We do need to understand, though, that if we do go help him, the person who introduced me to this game was Avak, one of the YouTube Twitch streamers, YouTube VODers, and he got his butt kicked and ended up losing the game because he went there too soon. So we're not going to help him anytime soon. It does not seem to have appeared on our quest list, so hopefully we don't accidentally stumble into it, because they do just... They're very strong. They are a well-entrenched group of bandits. I think next turn we get our artifact, so we can break camp. Nope, one more turn it seems. Yep, there's the artifact, and Topaz left in its wake. Finished our research. So let's break camp and head towards this water. We can set up camp again here. Fur leather from some foxes, that's cool. And our wood supplies are looking pretty good, so we're not going to prioritize wood. Actually, let's put you here and you there. Put myself on regular wood. There. We're going to go ahead and get one of everything while we rest. And then we can go to this pond. 2 birds. See what they can do. It's a standard bird crow thing. Yeah, you're not really gonna be great here, but I'm up to 15 damage now from 14, or 13 maybe. And I don't want to put down either of you yet because I want your piercing bonus, so we'll go ahead and put down Jaromira. Okay, second copy of the same bird. Now we can't pierce through it, so I'll play down a second copy of myself. Alright, now we'll go ahead and play down Babalugu. And I will pass now. Third copy of that bird. Can't get any piercing in there. Let's go ahead and summon the spider. And we can do shields. We could buff. Probably just do shields. Why take damage if we don't have to? So the spider attacks and weakens them a bit, but not enough to really make an impact for my character. And my character takes out the other bird. We survive 2 attacks. Attack back. So the death of that spider is inconsequential. It's a summon, so it does not matter. And now, the 3 copies of that bird is dead. Oh, we got some eggs from them. Okay, and a level up. We can get her double toss up. Hers is nowhere near as strong as mine. Her perception is significantly lower. Where she can learn or upgrade her brute force, which makes her really, really strong in everything but combat. So, sure, we'll up her brute force. Okay, break camp and head over here. The lake where Bawden's granddaughters may be hiding. Let's search for them. You see several women dancing in a circle by the lake. There is a child sitting inside the circle staring up in awe. The sweet melody of their song draws you in. Female. The Risoko song is beautiful, but luckily it does not affect females as much. Wake them up. Or walk up to them. You walk up to the girls and 2 of them turn to you, startled. The third one continues her song and dance uninterrupted. One of the 2 speaks up. Hey, you're not supposed to disturb us. Do we have to stop now? She asks the other, who shrugs and looks to the third, who is still ignoring the whole thing. Ask if they are Eva and Anya, Bawden's granddaughters. Oh crap, Grandpa sent you? Just tell him to leave us be. We're exploring our roots, finding our true identity. He can't stop us, you know. Tell them you're expecting children. Say it's none of your business, but he seems old and worried, and it would probably be nice to go tell him they're okay. Yeah, well, both Mom and him, they treat us like babies all the time. They're like so old and grumpy, they just don't get us. Anya's sister nods vigorously. The third Risoko frowns and whispers something to the 2 sisters. Anya turns to you again. Oh, we do have to go now. We must finish the dance properly. Like, you best go. Inquire what the dance is and whether it has anything to do with a child, or wisdom or water demon. Ask if they're going through an initiation by drowning a child so it may be reborn as one of them. Oh, yes, exactly that. Ask why their mother hasn't done this herself. Oh, Mom's more of a dwarf wife than a Risoko, you know. She's like, the dwarven heritage teaches us to respect life and work with light, create things. And the demon world is dark and dangerous and seductive. She never even took us to the lake. Lame. The sister nods vigorously again, but looks a bit unsure, as if expecting her granddad or mum to pop out at any minute to scold them. Remind them their grandfather is old and sick, and he was left to watch them. If they do this now, they will dishonor him. So that's really hard. I don't think we'll succeed at that. Encourage them to follow their nature as they rightfully should. Step away and go tell Bawden. Let's ask if their mum is a dwarf. Well, yeah, I mean, not physically like, you know. She is shorter and stockier than us, and our uncles accept her as one of the family. Said she has the stone heart and iron will of a true dwarf wife, or whatever. And your father? He died chasing some cultists decades ago, but he never told us to be dwarves, you know. He said we should follow our hearts like he and Mum did, so here we are. Okay, fair enough. They should follow their nature, and we'll go tell Bawden. Thanks. So just tell Grandpa we're okay, right? It doesn't mean we don't love him. We're just going this way. Say you will do that if you can, then wish them luck and leave. The melody of the Risoko song rises again, and the demons continue their dance, only this time they move closer and closer to the lake. The child follows sheepishly, and soon you hear a loud plunk as they fall into the deep, dark water. It all goes quiet after that, and you no longer see them anymore. So, got some water demon faction loyalty. It's not great we let them kill a child, but the child isn't dead. It's now a Risoko, so there's that. Okay, so we have 4 movement. We can get all the way over here. Oh, over here. And we can collect some more wood. Because I am injured. We do need to camp. 2 turns for that. 2 turns for that. Or 1 turn for that. Cool. Lots of experience points. Jaromira can learn the new ability Headbutt. Make her useful in tactical challenges. Stuns. It's pretty fast, too. Should do about 2 damage. Or Battle Orders. Go from 4 up to 7. So we can give a lot more shield. Babalugu, we can increase his brute force, which we don't really use. Or give him parrying, which gives him self-shield light. And double wits. It's the highest we've ever seen. She's not even a combatant, but that's a lot of wits. And then it's up to this one here. So Headbutt or Battle Orders. We're doing pretty well without her in tactical combat, so I think we'll give her Battle Orders a bonus, because we do use that. 1 more turn, so we get the Dryad Wood. Break camp. And go tell the dwarf what we've learned. Tell him the girls wanted to become true Rusalkas by drowning a child, and you did not interfere with their nature. I heard, drowning little children just like their grandma. And you letting them do it, shame on you. I tried so hard to keep them on the straight and narrow. You know their grandma drowned 3 of our wee ones before I convinced her to try something different. Just leave me be. Okay, so he's not terribly happy with us. But we were true to their parents, so I think that's fine. Okay, so the Lightbringer's quest is over here. Curve Game, Goldfish, Lightbringers, and then the Divine Path. Do we have a quest tab? Logbook. Now, this is the Theopedia. Oh, so we've corrected and researched it. 15% power bonus to auto-resolve challenges. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know we actually got value beyond the research for that. Oh, okay, and then the Tarian artifacts come from each type of... Oh, that's cool. They've made researching stuff way more interesting. So yeah, our B auto combat is going to get better. That's cool. So that's the Theopedia. Factions and loyalty. Monsters are quite hostile. Stingers are neutral. Water demons, Slavians. So, well, I thought we had bonuses with spiders, or maybe that was stingers. I don't know what that spider faction stuff was. Logbook, here we go. The Lightbringers. Okay, the alchemist told you to be an agent of the divine will also, and he told you a red cave that may hold the secret to the Lightbringer Scourge. Okay, so Lightbringers is this one right here. We're not going here. We can head over here, though. Okay, we'll move up here. And I suppose we can unlock granite and gather some granite. So set up a camp. Still want the dried wood. Still want granite. And I still want fish. Okay, so we're going to be here for 2 turns. An abandoned house. As you come closer, you see a sturdy old tavern built of stone. From the overgrown greenery, unused yard, and broken wood doors, you assume it's abandoned. The old inn smells of rotten trash, but you find a hidden trap door underneath the floorboards. Use our tools to open the door. You open the trapdoor skillfully, and you see a nest of vipers slithering in the cellar below. There's also a chest right beneath the entrance. Permanent boost to crafting, and not by a small margin. You can fish it out with ropes and tools. We got the chest. Nice. Magic wand. Cool. Some silver. and a steel polearm. Not too shabby. And some levels. Okay, I think we skipped his ability to get good luck last time. Or we can get him poison throwing daggers. He already has some sort of... Okay. So that's not new, just leveling it up. From 0.8 to 1. So not an incredible large increase. Luck might be better. Reliable argument. Your words get stronger. So she'll become way more powerful versus giving small amounts of shield. So we're going to up her reliable argument. And we'll give him luck. I think that was only one turn. We need to stay for 2. Probably could have been researching something. We need to, now that we know we get serious bonuses for researching, we should probably do it more often. We're going to break camp in the dead of night and go a-walkin'. Alright, that's all the movement we have. So we'll set up another camp. Gather some more granite. Let's see here. Who's got good research? We'll do research this time as a priority. Scorpion Core is our second best researcher. Gets down to 4 turns. I'm not thrilled by that, so let's just do a bit of research. We have to stay for 2 turns to get our granite anyhow. Okay, there's our granite and our research. Here's some more granite, and then some dark wood we were aware of, and some clay. We do have one more movement. So we'll camp here. And you know what? I just remembered that the research stays if you cancel your camp. So we can go ahead and do 2 turns of that. And then still gather these guys. 1 and 2. Hey, a new child. Rejoice. We don't have a cabbage patch, but I guess someone was growing cabbages out here in the wilderness. Whoa. Did not know we were walking into this. Bribe them to show we're friends. Let's just try to talk our way out of it. We lost a little bit of sanity, but we got more loyalty with them. We're out of movement, so we'll see what the other group does. They leave us alone. Okay. We go to the cave where Anya and Ava may be hiding. Oh, we'll go in. It's abandoned, no activity. But you discover a hidden chamber with some long-lost loot. Oh, that reminds us, we found other loot. We need to re-equip some stuff. Lots of gold. That's awesome. Okay. So equipment-wise, we can give the child the gathering tool. And a wand, since it's nice and light. Let's see, Babalugu. We have a steel polearm that has 1.2 and 0.9. So, and as you can see, maybe if you can see, this right here, you know, each bar that is fully met by color shows it's stronger. So we'll definitely give Babalugu the stronger version of what he's already doing. Here's an axe. This axe doesn't have any special bonuses or anything as far as I can tell. Not like, you know, first strike or anything, but it does have 2.3 times damage. So it's something we could give to somebody else if we wanted to. Two-handed wooden greatsword. The monster sword is something we've used in the past. just kind of looking at different things. This greatsword is a pretty fast weapon at 5. This one's pretty fast at 3.5. Alternatively, this weapon here might be better off in the hands of someone with a little bit more skill for it. Kiddo can't quite use that, maybe because of the gathering tools. Yeah, we could give this kiddo a sword. I don't love it, though. How heavy are these gathering tools? 32 pounds are pretty heavy. So she has 66 pounds available. Oh, we're half, like 0.5 pounds off from that one. Everything's just too heavy for her. 75. Oh, she can use this, though. And then you can use this. Huh. I thought it'd be stronger for you. You can carry quite a bit, so maybe we could give you an actual weapon. We don't want you to really... 1.1. That's 1.4. So this is actually stronger for the challenges we were doing. I guess we'll just hang on to these other things. No one to really use them. Alright, so we searched that. I thought we had an actual quest there, though. Divine Path. Guess not. It was just the remnant from the other quest. We don't have any other movement and nothing to collect, so we'll just pass turn here. More dark wood. We can probably just come around this way and explore the edge of the map. Alright, perfect outcome. Oh, let's use our hunter skills. Perfect outcome, sweet. Okay, gather some bone and some stone there. Research, crafting, and sanity. I don't really use those skills. Hi, Lily. Lily woke up from her nap. I see you too, boo. So we'll use this one here. It's not quite as good of a bonus, but it's more useful for what we actually do. So we'll create a camp here. Whoops. We'll gather some sandstone. Some bone. Hold on. Research-wise, you guys are mediocre. We're going to drop down to research. Oh, it didn't hold over from the last one, so that's too bad. So we're going to stay here for 4 turns then, because I don't want to lose our research. You guys can... Let's see here, we'll make that again. We will favorite it. Make infinity of it. So everyone's doing something. This is 2 turns. Ooh, as you cross the woodland, you come across some wild piglets. We can hunt them and separate their pack out. Perfect outcome. I got a physical blessing, and we got some meat and leather. And now we have moved to spring. Increased health, sanity, and faith recovery. And our child has leveled up. See, she is female, so let's give her destiny. Because I think if we get 4 destiny, that's when you can get a witch? I don't remember. Would like to have a witch, though. Turn 110 already. Goodness gracious. Okay, we got our research. So we're going to go ahead and break camp. And we're going to head over this way. Oh, a stinger hut. What is this? This is coal. Okay, that's awesome. And shadow bone. We'll come around down here and probably collect that next turn. Whoa. Lightbringer spawn. It's a level 2 challenge. So we are going to stop here and build a camp. We are going to research one of our creature things. You have a production of 192. Maybe we'll build something this time, as long as we can get down to 4 turns. Okay, perfect. So in crafting, the other ring with our dragon bone. Nope, we don't have enough dragon bone, but if we did, we wouldn't be able to build a city, but we could build the other ring and summon a demon. Increase main attributes, increase max hit points, and increase self-shield. So, it's quite the ring. And it's probably a spin-off on the One Ring. Anyhow, we have lots of research that we haven't spent yet, so let's go in and let's build stuff. Let's do armor, because most of our people don't have armor. So we have armors, and we can advance them to increase our proficiency. We'll be able to use an additional primary and secondary material and receive bonus essences. So basically we can just make better armors. So let's go medium armor advanced. Okay. So now we're going to go into craft and see what kind of a medium armor we can craft. So here's our regular heavy, our regular leather robes. Here's our medium armors. Like these only have 2 available. This one has 3. So we can start with wood. Wait. No, I'm confused. Oh well. Anyhow, we can try a shadow bone armor with not quite silver and gold. Let's see what that does. Shadow medium armor. We don't quite get level 3, but rather than making standard armor, we could make elemental armor. So rather than just increasing our shielding, it increases an attribute of HP, 109% increase on faith, and 10 shielding. So this shielding is only for physical armor, but this shielding is all types of armor. So it is high enough to make that, so that's kind of cool. Alternatively, we could use quartz. Doesn't quite get there on that. Sandstone, clay, granite. We're kind of mixing and matching. Oh no, these match here. But it doesn't really say that it does. What is that? I don't know what that means. Oh, stone essence versus bone essence. But it's a wild resource. So we're matching resource types, but different types of essence. So we'd probably be making elemental armor if we went with Shadowbone. What if we went with something else? What if we went with gold as a primary? And then we don't quite have enough to make it a secondary, because that's 37. We only have 36. That almost is enough to get that. I'm going to go back into the research tree here. Switch it over to crafting. Further increase your proficiency in medium armor. You'll be able to use an additional primary and secondary material type, and receive even more bonus. So I think that bonus is going to make us some pretty powerful stuff. So I'm going to get that bonus unlocked. So now we're going to do this. We can use leathers, woods, bones, and metals. So we're going to do those bones, and those there. And now we can get 26 physical shielding. So that's pretty good. Alternatively, we have regular bone. Doesn't even get us to the second tier, even with our 30% bonus. Dryad wood and dryad wood Gets us a level 3 here, but not a level 2 elemental armor. So far, the elemental armor using Shadowbone is like the strongest thing I'm seeing. What if we switch it up and we use this? So it increases sanity, where before, just increases sanity doesn't increase the percentage of the attribute. So you get the double bonus, but 3.4, 12.6, 5.8, 12.6. So we drop the attribute amount, but then you do get the secondary 100 and some percent. We do iron and iron. Just shields. Thought we had steel. Maybe that was just wishful thinking. There's something else I thought I saw. Materials. So yeah, I don't think you could do this in the first game, but like we can take iron and coal and we can make silver. So like alchemy type stuff. We can take amber and coal and make more malachite. We can take bone and coal and make shadow bone. We can take regular wood and make dryad wood. We can take clay and make granite. So we can, using coal, that's why I said it's a pretty powerful material in this game. We can actually upgrade our materials. It looks like we can only upgrade into materials we've unlocked, so we're going to have to unlock them to get the recipe. Okay. Anyhow, I think we are going to come in here. Let's make a shadow bone and granite armor. Although that's percentage increases on both. I feel like there was some recipe I saw where we got a flat increase. Nope, not that. That one's not even high enough. Get permanent health boost with gold. So let's do that. We can make 2 of these. So we're going to make 2 of those. Putting our 2 best crafters on it. It takes 6 turns. Now this should hold over from turn to turn. Now we can take the gatherers and gather more things. Okay. So we're going to be here until we create 1 set of armor, I think, and then we'll move on. Ooh. Weird flying creatures. Looks like we get to fight them. Oh, they're just bats. We'll resolve it manually. Okay, this one's swarm, so it gets stronger as more things are placed. I'm not going to place myself straight out the gate. I'm going to place Jaromira. So if they try to protect him, Jaromira will still get to pound right on him. And anything adjacent, both of them and adjacents. And then, who else should we play? Just gonna remember to highlight her spider ability. I guess I'll just play a copy of myself in. Okay, his damage went up. She's going to go after both of those characters. So I'm going to play another copy of myself. Now just a bit too slow to attack that character. Alright, now we can play Scorpion Core down. Damage that. And we can play you. So how does the poison work? So I'd really like you to throw your daggers and kill that thing. Alternatively, could play Babalagu in the second row and kill it. But I think I'll hold off and do that next round. I think I'll just pass turn and see what they do. Second copy of that character, and a new one. So my worry was if I played and killed this, they just put this bat there, and we still wouldn't be able to attack it straight out the gate. So now, oh, not Scorpion Core. I want Baba Lagu to go right there and kill this, which also kills that. So now I get to attack that straight away. And if I use you to speed me up, now I get to go before him and attack him twice, I hope. Hopefully it doesn't force me to attack that other one, because I really want to. Oh, I get to attack them both? Sweet. Boom. Perfect fight. And we got some research material. We were ambushed by crazed scavengers, clearly driven to take more risk than normal. We can try to run away or fight. I suppose we'll just fight. We have a wolf. We're pretty good at fighting, I'd say. So I'm going to go ahead and play myself to bait them out, so then I can play Jaromira. 25 hit point, 14 damage on that one. We're kind of forced to attack that one. Very fast acting. We'll probably play our spider to get in front of that one. But we'll also protect myself here. And we'll weaken that wolf a little bit. We have 14 shielding, so we're not too worried about the 14 damage. Second copy of the wolf, still very fast. We can move him up, but not above 10, so let's get a second copy of myself in. And I'll deal 15. So on this turn, we're going to want to use Scorpion Core to deal some damage. And now I will kill the two wolves, which is great. We have one action left. We can slow him down to 11.7, or we can speed you up to 11.2. So let's speed you up, Jaromira. Oh, 11.2 is still slower than 10.7. Unfortunately. But he only deals 2 damage, so it's fine. Now we'll take another 2 damage. And then Scorpion Core will finish this up. Oh no, Scorpion Core won't finish it. But second round, my first attack sure will. And they still have 1 card in hand, so we'll be attacking their card in hand after my first attack. And I think we'll be successful here. And it'll be a perfect fight. We defeat them and take some of their food. We leave. Oh, and we got more loyalty with Slavians. Alright. Now Tosia has leveled up, and she gets 2 wits, so that's great. Make her more effective in combat when we use her. About to enter night again. We finished our research, so let's go ahead and break camp. Let's check out the crafting. So the crafting is 1040 out of 1470. We shouldn't lose that. I don't know why we'd lose the research, but we absolutely shouldn't use that. So if we come in here, no, we can't even look at it, but I'm pretty sure we don't lose it. Let's go ahead and move. Find some more sandstone and fish. And we find an artifact we can recover. So we're not going to create a camp right now. We're going to move on top of this leather. That way we can get all 3 of those resources. So we'll make camp. We're going to go back into research and take people who don't have the highest gathering. So we'll use you and you. 4 turns for that. Perfect. Go into gathering now. Definitely want to pull that out of the ground in about 4 turns. That's 3, so we don't have to use you. That's 4. Perfect. Those are both less than 4. Oh, we did lose it. That's unfortunate. That's really lame that you can start working on stuff but don't get to keep the work. So, very lame. Okay, Shadowbone and Granite is what we did, I think. If it wasn't, that's good enough. Shadowbone and Gold. 11.3, 12.6. Yeah, this is what we did. Okay. Confirm. 17 turns. Not going to cut it. Okay. Back to gathering. 62. Production values are quite low with these people. Production. None of these are production people. So both of you are the production people. Okay, that's still 4 turns. But now we have someone to actually craft with. You're like our best gatherer. 6 turns. Livable. 6 turns. 3 turns. 3 turns. And you can cook. So we've run out of herbs, but we do have some berries. Okay. So we're here until we craft an item and gather the artifact. So we go into an old overgrown house. Within what seems like a remnants of a kitchen with an old stone stove at its center, you see broken pots and pans, a long rotten pantry, and the skeletal remains of several humanoids that clearly died trapped in here. Let's scout the room. In the darkest corner of the chamber lurks a creature, its big round eyes glimmering in the dark. You spot one of its legs with shaggy hair and long, crooked claws. You also hear a quiet purr. It's clearly watching you. As a wise one, you know many creatures. Try to figure out what it is. Try to keep out of its way as you loot. Let's see what it is. The more you look at the creature, the more you think it's a simple Murik, a harmless house demon gone feral after being trapped here with its dead masters. Try to keep out of its way as you loot. Oh, we got cursed. There's a loud purr, and a rugged cat-like creature pounces on you, claws and teeth first. You shake it off, and it scampers away, leaving you with a few deep cuts and a curse. So our destiny and our mysticism are decreased party-wide. And we get some herbs that didn't go rotten somehow. So I don't know how to break this curse. In the other game, we had a place we could go to break curses. So let's look at rituals. That ritual... Recover faith. We go into our research. Under crafting. Curse removal. Removes 1 level of a random curse from all characters in the group. So I think that's a ritual. Yeah. So we're going to use that ritual. Rituals. So now we have the curse removal. There's a red X on it. Because we don't have enough of anything to do this with. So we're going to need to find amber, herbs, or mushrooms in order to remove this curse. And in the meantime, we need to avoid mysticism magic challenges. Made some rolls and some leather. Finished our research. So with that... Oh, we only need 3 more turns to research. Oh, that's a bit of research. We have no more animal research to do. 8 turns to do that. We'll... Let's get those guys out of there. There's other stuff they can do. Production. If I switch you out. 2 turns. So 6 total turns for that. Only 2 turns. It's fine. 2 turns to finish that. So this turn we'll finish everything we were doing. Got our artifact and our armor. Go in here and equip our armor on someone. Most people can't afford to wear it. This one weighs 182 versus 127, so it's actually, or 133? Oh, I see. Okay. Anyhow, she's able to wear it. We don't really use her in frontline stuff. Let's give it to me for now, because I do get attacked in the back row a lot. I'm going to break camp. We'll head over to this ruin. Okay, let's scout the ruins first. Yep. They're toxic breath. We'll use tactics. Perfect outcome. Got some bonuses. And 1 bone. Within the ruins, we find an iron polearm. So there's a bit of a question mark stuff here. That's Lightbringers. That's the Divine Path. We'll come up north and we'll do that. We do have a level up. So Outmaneuver can get upgraded to make her a more effective fighter. Or Dizziness Powder can get upgraded to for additional slowing purposes. So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, a bee's nest. It's not called a stinger's spawn point, but find nesting grounds of creatures roaming this land. Clear the nest. Perfect outcome. And it didn't affect our faction loyalties, so that's great. 2 spots of clay.
You come to the abandoned ruins of a stone-built shrine, which some would call a temple in the Western dialects. Apart from the silence and dust, you see surprisingly few signs of decay. There are 2 distinct places of offering in the center of the shrine. You see symbols similar to those of the cosmic pantheon, but you do not recognize the deity worshipped here.
We'll use our Zerka to examine it.
These markings are related to the old supreme god Perun, often called the Father. He was the god of thunder and husband to the creator of the pantheon, Mokosh. As powerful as they were, centuries ago, not long after the great victory of the Awakening, they simply vanished. What is odd, though, is that these markings are not quite right. They seem merged with another, and you see markings suggesting an offspring, rather than the god himself.
Let's examine the second part.
This one is even more obscure. Your teacher told you once of the Lady of Death and Rebirth, a mistress of winter that sacrificed herself each cycle to bring about spring. Morena or Marzana was her name. Perhaps this shrine is a place of worship for a child of the 2 gods. Thus, the 2 altars will likely honor turmoil for Perun and nature for Morena. You know that you need to place an offering on only one of the altars.
For the offering to Turmoil, which is your lead domain, offer any melee weapon. We have a lot of extra ones. Oh, offer any melee weapon as tribute, as you do not have a good one to offer. That doesn't sound great. Generous amount of cooked food is appropriate for any divine offering. Lay down yours. An offering of a little cooked food is appropriate for any divine tribute. Lay down yours. You do not feel that you have the right tribute. Either your weapons need to be crafted from better materials, or you need to bring more food. Leave for now. Offer the ultimate sacrifice, a life. We'll come back after making a great weapon. Yep, didn't disappear, so that's good. So we know we need to create a good weapon. We are out of movement, and we can gather shadow bones, so I suppose we should. Since we're using that to create nice armors right now, we'll need 2 turns. Just double checking research. Yeah, neither of these are researchers. You are a researcher, but you're also a craftsperson. So let's go ahead and create our armor again. I'm not going to save this armor because we don't have enough gold to do it a 3rd time. It's the same weight no matter which one we choose, but I prefer this one. So we'll put our 2 best craftspeople on this. That's 4. And then we have just poor quality of researchers, and we can't super load it. We're just going to stay until we get our armor made. And it will also be daylight, so that's nice. As we travel across the plains, you hear screeching sound from a nearby patch of shrubbery. You come closer and see a small, furry creature with yellow eyes, sharp teeth, his body torn up and trapped in some orc-made snares. Help the fella out. Leave it be. If orcs left the snares, they may get angry at our meddling. Put it out of its misery. We'll help it out. You get it free from the snares, but its wounds are clearly infected with some nasty poison. The toxic green stuff is spreading fast. The creature doesn't even cry out anymore. It could be contagious. We can't risk the poison. Leave it here, it's none of your business, or do your best. We can do this challenge. You manage to cure the poison and patch the wounds, and the creature perks up within minutes. Gosh, that was a close one. I thank you, my dears. I thank you profoundly. Now, it would be tradition to offer up my services as a house demon, for I am a shack. But alas, I am otherwise engaged. Still, a debt owed are a bruise on one's ego. So here, directions to a lair where valuable gifts await your rescue. Now, so long, friends. And with that, the shack disappears. Alright, sweet. I was a little hesitant to do that, thinking we get poisoned. But that's cool. And then it's daylight, so we see a ruin. Really don't know where the shack's gifts are at. Goldfish, light bringers. This is the one we're avoiding. Divine path. So it might be that right there. So we can check that one out. We did level up. Now Babalugu can get 2 more wits. We pretty much picked wits every time that was available for Babalugu, so that's good. Oh, shoot. I think we were supposed to stay there another turn. I just got excited. Ah, more herbs. Perfect. The path you were on seems solid and safe, but you realize too late you stepped into quicksand. Scout a safe route or try to backtrack quickly. You do not see a safe path through the quicksand, at least not one that is straightforward, but you do see a pattern of rocks spread out in front of you. Some of them seem solid and stable, and others become submerged from time to time. Let's figure out the correct path. We'll do it manually. Okay, yeah, she deals 21 damage now, so Scorpion Core is really getting good. And you're up to 18, so that's great. Either one of them can take out the Hourglass. So the Hourglass is pretty fast, though. So I'm going to start with you. 18 at 7.8. We're starting with her because we can use Lullaby to slow that character down, and she'll... Oh, we don't even need to. She's faster than it, so perfect. And then we'll place Scorpion Core to her side as another high damage dealer that moves pretty fast. So she's going to attack this and take it out. And now we can slow down the Hourglass to be slower than Scorpion Core. Put myself over here. And we'll go ahead and use Lullaby now on the Hourglass. Okay, now all of our people are acting before theirs. Okay. Oh, now I'm going to attack the Hourglass before anyone else attacks the Hourglass, so it won't actually die. So we can use her to power me up, and that should give me 1 more damage. Yep, so now I can take out the Hourglass. She'll take out the brain, and she'll take out the book. We have 1 more action. So let's just give the 3 of us shields, just in case they do something to surprise me. Okay, I take out the Hourglass, the heaviest hitter, perfect. She takes out the brain. She takes out the book. We win the challenge unscathed. Okay, you find a safe path and follow it without incidents. You discover the remains of a less fortunate soul, perhaps spat out from the sand. and we all get a mental blessing. And some experience points. You cross the ruins of a town. It was torn asunder by the shattering, clearly, but more than that, there is an odd light beaming from the gash. We can search the place carefully, which I think is better than just searching them. You find the tracks of people all going in one direction away from this place, but their prints are odd, as if their steps are made in unison, like an army. Yet you see children, folk with injuries, and even dogs following the same pattern. We're going to search the place. You search the ruins, but mostly white ash and some rubble. But the more you linger here, the more you feel an odd burning on your spirit, as if something's trying to get in. So some weak gathering stuff. Let's resist it. We did so perfectly. So the town got caught in the light, unfortunately for them. Okay. I think we're going to call it right here. It's been a pretty long video, and this will be a good place to stop and gather herbs so that we can complete the ritual. So we shall go ahead and do that. We're going to gather the artifact first, and gather plenty of herbs and iron. I bet we could probably put you guys together on this. 4 turns, 2 turns. We can build that armor that we started and forgot not to finish. Crafting went up pretty well. And then we don't have enough food to cook anything right now. Is there any new recipes we can do? Nope, with only herbs we cannot. I'm going to check our inventory just to make sure we do have other food. Yeah, we have plenty of veg and some cooked foods. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and... I guess herb is not a food in and of itself, which is good. So, alright. Thanks for joining us on Glider Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you comment, you can also request one of the characters be named after you that isn't already named. Scorpion and the Seller, if you don't particularly care for the gender class that you were given with my best guess, feel free to also let me know what you'd rather be named, and I can switch, or which character you'd rather be, and I can switch you as well. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.